ferocious Mgtow, and I'm rolling. I'm in the great state of Virginia. Virginia's been in the news quite a bit in the last 12 months, right? They had Charlottesville here, and I've been kind of keeping up with the news here, and they have some of the most restrictive gun laws in the country now. I know there's a big debate here, but it's just some of the things I know about Virginia, you know? So I said, well, it's Sunday, and I slept in a little bit, give me some rest. And it makes sense to be in a hurry. Sunday's usually going to be a lot of light traffic. Plus, you know, we got the cold flu. So religious services can't congregate today. That would be the norm, what I would see on a Sunday, but they can't congregate, so it leaves the highway really clear. So this is the great state of Virginia. They got a lot of mountains here, a lot of hills, but it's a beautiful place. It's another state, pretty much all this open land. That's why I said I don't understand. They definitely pulling a hoax over us when they talk about, oh, it's overcrowded. Look at all this land. I done showed y'all 4 or 5 different states. It's all like this. When you move away from the cities and you get off into the country and the rural areas, it's pretty much open. There's plenty of land. But I digress. I said I was going to start, since I know you guys are still quarantining or whatever, that I'll come up with a special story time. We'll do story time on Sundays. I think that would be a good thing to do. Show y'all where I'm at, and then to give you a story, and maybe guys can take something positive away from this story that happened to me and use it in your life. You know what I mean? So I decided to pick this story where when my son was small, I want to say he was in either 3rd or 4th grade. Probably 4th, I want to say. And me and my ex-wife were having all kind of problems at this time. And she wanted me back, and of course, you know, I didn't want to go back, even though we were legally divorced, because I pushed for the divorce. I paid for the attorneys. I had her served, and then I stuck to my guns to get the divorce in the shortest amount of time possible, which still took about a year and a half. But I've always participated in my son's life from the very minute he was in the hospital. Okay. Birthdays, school supplies, school clothes, his lab fees, school trips. I even took off work at that time and went on school trips as a chaperone several times, probably at least 10 times that I can count. And I was always sort of free because I've always kind of run my own businesses. This is like my 4th or 5th business in the last 30 years. So I would go to report card pickup. If the teacher called saying that he was sick or whatever, I would go pick him up, keep him with me until she got off work, and then me and her would meet up somewhere, and then she would pick him up. So in my mind, I'm being the best father alive. You know what I mean? I didn't have this growing up. You know what I mean? My father was a gang member and a pimp. You know what I mean? I loved him, but he was never around because, you know, when you have a reputation for being a pimp and a gangbanger, you got to be out in the streets. and you got to be, constantly building upon your reputation. So you have to do one crazy thing after the next. You know what I mean? In order to cement yourself as as a street legend. So you didn't really have time to be a best father alive to me. And of course, he picked my mama. Not to say anything bad about my mama, but she is still a woman. And if he had known better, he would have definitely wore a condom. He should have wore a condom. I heard somebody else say that a Hispanic brother called into one of the shows I was listening to, and he said that his father should have wore a condom with his mother. That his father was a blue pill simp, and he didn't vet his mother well enough, because if he had her, he would have put a condom on. You feel me? And I kind of feel the same way. My father should have wore a condom. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? All praises due to the Most High for being here, but at the same time, he was irresponsible. You know what I mean? Because my mother was freaking terrible at being a parent. And then with him running the streets and him basically leaving me up to her parenting skills, that was disaster. Just flat out disaster. It's just good that that my father was he was a hard ass. You know what I mean? And I got, I inherited some of that hard ass. That's why I was able to make it through such a rough childhood with everything intact. I had a few bumps and bruises, and hills and valleys doing the way, but ultimately I saw my way through the maze on my own. You know what I mean? But that's just a little bit background about my dad, and because of him not being a father to me, which made me want to be a super dad to my son. That's kind of like why I went in that direction, to kind of give you all a little backstory on why I was such a super dad and why I really, took that to heart, because I didn't have that and I wanted that. So I was going to make sure my son got what I didn't have, plus what he's supposed to get. So he got, double the fathering, okay, which made a lot of people uncomfortable, namely my ex-wife and her mother, my ex-mother-in-law, because they made me out to be this bad person because, I was a ex-con or whatever. But the thing was, I was an ex-con, just a product of my environment. You know what I mean? I got wrapped up in the gang, wrapped up in the streets. So when you get wrapped up in the gang, you get wrapped up in the streets. Going to jail is just an extension of the gang life and an extension of the street life. So to me, it wasn't really no big deal. I actually had fun in jail. I don't know, a lot of guys can't probably say that, but I went in there in the 80s. I think I went in 80, first time I went to 85, 86, 87, and then I got convicted in 89. So to me, jail was fun. I was on a basketball team. I was starting center. We won championship 3 years in a row. I was there. Was able to, beat every team in the penitentiary. And then we used to have routine games against the guards. It was the best basketball team in the prison against the best basketball team that the guards could put together. Boy, you talking about some hell of games. I wish we could have taken them games. Boy, if you guys could see them games right now, this would be the most entertaining shit y'all ever saw, boy. You talking about physical. Well, we used to do some treacherous stuff to them guards when we could, and they realized it, so they wasn't short stopping. They was trying to do some treacherous stuff to us too. So if you did some shake and bake, did a crossover or something, and you brought that stuff in the hole and you brought it in weak, you would get crushed. Not only would you get your shot blocked, you would basically get manhandled and knocked to the ground every time. So, but we come from the streets, so that was right up our alleys. But overall we had fun, and we achieved a certain amount of respect for one another. You know what I mean? And they would always come get me. And sometimes when it would be just guards playing guards from another prison, they had that because some of the prisons was so close together. So they had guards from other prisons come in, and if the guards from my prison, if they were short, since I was a good personality or whatever, and I was a good player, they would come get me to play on the guards team. Some of the inmates didn't like that, but at the time, wasn't much they could do about it. You know what I mean? I was just happy to get out of the cell. I would have played. I would have played for the guards any day of the week just to get out of that cell. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to I was the father of the year with my son, or best father alive, I should say. So me and the ex-wife having all kind of problems, whatever, and so I refused to go to the house, even to get him, just so I wouldn't, I would not have to see her and be arguing about nothing or whatever. So she suggested, like, well, if you don't want to come to the house, whatever, how about you go up to the school and visit with them up there? I was like, you know what? Every now and then you come up with a good suggestion. So that does mean that it is a brain up there. I said, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to do that. So I said, send a note with him to let them know that I'm going to be coming, or put my name on the list, or whatever you got to do. So when I go up there, it's just not a blank mission, So she did it. I went up there on one of my days off, talked to the assistant principal, talked to some of the people down in the office, I guess the secretaries and all that, and I got the okay, went up to his class, introduced myself to his teacher and his class, and fellas, when I saw his teacher, I ain't gonna even lie, I don't necessarily believe in love at first sight, but boy, that would have been a good argument for love at first sight, because I mean, this 4th grade teacher was badder than bad, okay? She was a caramel colored black woman with dreadlocks. I love dreadlocks. And she had them fixed up really nice. She had a really nice body, a really nice disposition. She wore glasses. I love women that wear glasses. They look so, like a librarian type. Nice body. She dressed sort of goth, I guess, but not extreme golf, just kind of light golf. But it was sexy. It was an older kind of style, but it was sexy. And them kids were so freaking horrible. They used to just run over her. So I found myself being like a teacher's assistant. I'm telling kids to sit down. Not only am I helping my son with his homework, I'm helping all the other kids. So she really appreciated me, right? So we was like, okay, we see some type of chemistry here. So we was trying to make plans to go on a date. Man, I was looking for that. I ain't gonna even lie, I was looking for that. So, she was like, well, keep coming up and then we'll figure it out. So I made maybe 2 or 3 other trips up there and visit. And then I said, okay, on my next trip, I'm gonna get her number and I'm gonna take her out. We're gonna go do something. That was my intentions, okay? And she quite knew it, because we sat together at lunch. I would get there just enough time for us to go down to lunch with the kids. So I would be in the front. I'd be in the back of all the kids. She would be in the front. We get down to the pardon the body. We get down to the cafeteria, and all the kids would be sitting together, and me and her be sitting across from each other, just talking, And so I guess my son must have went home and told my ex-wife that me and the teacher, I guess, was vibing, or we like each other. I don't know exactly what he said, All the thing I know is, do y'all know this heifer sent a note, gave my son a note to give to his teacher. I don't know quite what it said, but whatever it was definitely damaging, because the next time I came up to the school, they act like I was a freaking terrorist. They wouldn't give me a hall pass to go up to the class was on the 2nd floor. When I went to the office, supposed to get a visitor's pass or whatever. They wouldn't give me a visitor's pass. And then so happened, when I realized they weren't gonna give me no visitor's pass, they was coming down for lunch. Because remember I told you, I was always trying to get there around lunchtime so me and her could sit where she wasn't really educating the kids and we could just sit and talk while the kids were eating. So I'm in the hallway, leaving out of the office trying to figure out what the heck happened. Because they basically told me that, my ex sent a note up there basically saying that I couldn't visit basically or whatever. And so as they was coming down for lunch, I happened to run into them in the hall. And the look that woman gave me on my face, she looked at me like I was Charles Manson or something. So just on the look on her face, I was just so disgusted, man. I mean, I was so disgusted, boy. My mind was thinking all kind of crazy things. I was like, boy, this hateful ass woman. Now keep in mind, y'all, I've been divorced from her about 4 years already. 4 years. It wasn't like I'm going back double dipping or nothing. Wasn't having sex. You know what I mean? None of that. I wasn't promising her nothing. I wasn't calling her. Wasn't nothing. I mean, I genuinely did not like this woman at all. You know, because she pulled a bait and switch on me. But keep in mind, now this was 25 years ago. So she pulled a bait and switch on me. This is before I knew anything about, female nature and hypergamous and bait and switch and representative and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I think I'm offering myself in good faith. I'm thinking that the woman is offering herself to me in good faith. But, as soon as we got married, and she figured my name is, she didn't even really wait till the ink was dry on the doggone marriage contract before she, she did what she did. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever, you know what I mean? So I just like, well, let me just, because I was so obsessed, well, let me just cool down and let me just avoid her, you know what I mean? So I didn't call for, at least 4 or 5 months. So I didn't see my son in that time, but I needed that time to kind of, forgive her so I wouldn't like go overboard, I wouldn't overreact, and I wouldn't do anything foolish. Because I mean, I was genuinely hurt behind that. I ain't gonna even lie. I was really hurt. Hold on, y'all. I gotta give me some water. That's better. So, but what I did was I took time to think. I didn't just react, because my first mindset was to do something crazy, but I'm like, no, let me just relax. She's not wanting to see me happy. I'm doing good. I was working at a I think I had a few rental properties at that time. I had a job. I was a shipping and receiving clerk for a spring company in the city. That's when I first got introduced to truck driving. Because I used to load trucks and do all the shipping and receiving paperwork. And the truck drivers used to really appreciate me, because I used to be like really trying to get them out of there, because they would come to me, they would bring me food, they would bring me little certain little things, donuts, and those little caramel almonds, and they would bring me a peanut brittle, and what else they used to bring? Different fudge, and it was just basically them way of showing their appreciation, because I would get them out of there. I know these guys trying to make money. I'm not trying to like take my time and be, like rationing my work ethic. You know what I mean? So I would just really get the work done. Get them in, get them out. Get them in, get them out. Get them in, get them out. Do it right. Get them in, get them out, so them people can go out, deliver their product, and then grab them on the low and make them some money. So they appreciate that. So when they come back to Chicago, they would always bring me something. So I respected it. And they was like, man, you know what? We got a good work ethic or whatever. You should get in the truck driving, man. I was like, at that time, keep in mind, now this is 25 years ago or so. I was like, man, I've been and fell asleep and killed up a bunch of people and all kind of stuff, right? And they was like, man, no, you wouldn't do that, man. You'll stay awake, you know what I mean? So I had it all twisted because here I am 25 years later, basically, driving a truck. To show you how stuff comes full circle, you know what I mean? And them guys were telling me some good stuff back then. I wish I had got in then when they was telling me. But I just didn't believe that I could do it. You know what I mean? I looked at it as being something scary or whatever. And then at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because my son was small and it allowed me to really be there for him. You know, I had a convenience store for about 10, 12 years. And basically about 5 or 6 blocks from where my ex-wife lived. So I'm in the same neighborhood as my son and my ex-wife, and I'm running my little convenience store, and it gave me the freedom to be able to go pick him up from school, to close early, to go to his, you know, recitals. Some days I would close and go to as a chaperone on the school trips. I would be able to take him to school in the morning. I would come to the store, you know, make me some coffee, and then I would go to his house. I had a key to just show you how much this woman depended on me, even though I'm her ex. She would give me a key to her house. All right. She would be gone in the morning already, so I would come there, right, and get my boy ready, and his brother, which she had another child after my son. So, you know, the little fella was like 4 or something like that. Yeah, something like that, 4. And I would get both of them, finish getting them together. She would start off getting them together, and then she would kind of leave them in the house for about, I think it was like 30 minutes to 40 minutes before I would come, because I didn't want to be like there when she was there. So I would come about 30 minutes after she left, and then I would finish the boys, get them some oatmeal or whatever, making sure they got all their school supplies in their bag, their homework in their bag, and then I would take them to school. And then when they got out at 2:30, 3:30, I would pick them up and have them at the store with me. I would feed them on my dime, both of them, get them started on their homework, right? Help them to the best of my ability, right? Because I was still working the store, so I would help them. Probably 80% of the time, we would finish the homework before she even comes. So when she come, all she had to do was take them home. They've already ate. Homework is already done. All she had to do was get their clothes ready, give them a bath, and put them to bed. I did this for like 10 years. You think I got any credit for that? Of course not. I'm still a bad dad. I'm still a horrible person. You know, I was a horrible person, a horrible dad, all the way up until the point where my son got into it with her, because my son just got so fed up with her lies. He was trying to be respectful because he's a respectful kid. But one day, he just got so fed up with her lies that he just told her, "Mama, could you please stop lying on my daddy? My daddy is a good man. He is the best. I would not want no other man as a father. So stop lying on him because you're lying." She got so, beside herself, she snatched my son up in the collar and threw him against the wall. Now keep in mind, she only about 5'3". My son 5'7", you know, and he co-captain of the wrestling team, right? So he say he knocked her hands off of him and he pushed her, and she stumbled back all the way to the, because he said this happened in the kitchen. So he knocked her hands down with like a swipe, and then he pushed her, and she stumbled all the way back to the other side of the kitchen to the wall, and the wall stopped her from falling. He pushed her that hard, and that was just basically built up frustration. And he said, "Dad, it took everything in me not to hit her." Now keep in mind, he was, I want to say 16. Yeah, he was 16 when this happened. He said, "Dad, it took everything in me not to hit her." He said, "But the only thing that was going through my mind, I was afraid how you were going to react." I was like, well, I'm glad you thought about it, son. I said, because if you had a hitter, I would have definitely had to come over there, you know what I'm saying, and really tighten you up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I probably wouldn't have wanted to deep down, but I'd have had to, because your mama probably would have called the police on. She probably would have been scared of you. You know what I mean? Because she see how powerful you are. Even though you're short, you're strong. You're cock strong, and you've been wrestling 2 years now. And I've had you in all these different, taekwondo, judo, boxing. So she know you could fight because she didn't see you. So she probably would have been afraid of you or whatever. And she tried to call herself threatening. Well, you go stay with your daddy. And my son was like, all right, cool. When can I go? She tried to use that like a threatening too. I don't know why they tried to use that as like you threatening the child. I was wonderful to my son, so my son was like, well, shoot, yeah, let me go stay with my dad. I would love that. Because me and him had already talked about it. I said, your mama probably at some point going to try to threaten you, make you regulate your behavior, and she's going to use me as an equalizer because she know, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to back her up, you know what I'm saying, because I basically have to. But you come stay with me, you already know. He already know how to be respectful. He just stayed summers with me, spring break, Christmas holiday, the two weeks they out for Christmas, spring break, and he stayed summers with me. He helped me in the store, you know what I mean? I give him allowance, he sweep, mop, pick up paper in front of the store. He would help me with customers, all that, you know? He would go to the gym. We go to the 24-hour gym when we get out of my business, and then we would go home and we go to movies. We were just having a ball. We'd go to different restaurants, sit back and talk about female nature, talk about politics, talk about health. We talk about sports because he was a combat sports guy, so we talk about that. Why you all over here, sir? You all over here. I digress. But yeah, so he said he didn't do it. He raised his hand, but he put it down. And I said, what happened after that? He said, well, then I just went on to my room or whatever. His room was in the basement. So he went on to his room, and he said they wasn't talking to each other for about 2 or 3 days. And he said about the third day or whatever, she came to his room and sat on the bed, and she apologized. And she agreed with that she was gonna stop. She was gonna stop talking about me. I was like, wow. So it took for my son to actually stand up to her, for her to stop lying. This woman had been lying on me for 16 years. Now keep in mind, I paid for tutoring for my son for about 12 years in a row. I want to say I started it, I think at 5th grade, so let's say 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12. No, I'll take that back, 8 years. Okay, I paid for tutoring 8 years in a row. I'm not even gonna begin to tell y'all how expensive that was, y'all. Hell of expensive. And I took him to the tutoring sessions. He got tutored in math, reading, and science. Okay? And I would help him with his homework when I would pick him up from school. And Christmas break, I would help him with his homework. And then even when he was graduating out of grammar school, he was going to high school, because I went to university for 3 years for education, so I wanted to be a teacher at one point. But I ran out of money, and then got into just start my own businesses. But anyway, I would help him. I helped him doing that the Christmas break study for the high school entry exam. I went and got the old exams. I went and got a bunch of study guides, and we worked on that test for 2 weeks in a row, 8 hours a day. And so when he went back to school in January, and he was taking St. Joseph, this school, that school, this school, that school, he was blowing the test out of the water. So he got accepted to go to 13, kid you not, y'all, 13 high schools you know me, I'm gangbanger. I got accepted to go to one, the two worst schools in the whole district. You know what I mean? But my son got accepted to go to 13, just to show you the difference. And we made a decision, you know, out of that 13, but it was pretty much, you know, because of the efforts I put forth. But at the same time, I'm still a terrible dad in her mind, just to show you. So when he's having all this success, guess who was taking the credit for it? She was. So in her family, they thinking that she just, you know, doing this phenomenal job as a parent. They don't know that it was me behind her great parenting skills. You know? But I just wanted to bring that story to y'all. We're going to have a story time every Sunday because I got a lot more like that. But I praised my son. I told him, I said, well, I'm glad you didn't hit her, you know, and contain yourself from now on. You shouldn't be putting your hands on your mama. You know what I mean? By now you should know, you should see and know what she's doing, so you should be able to just ignore it now, because right at this point, we don't want you getting in trouble, because she will call the police on you. You know, I already know that, because she loved you and all that, but the fact is you look just like me, and then the fact that you know how to fight. She done been to your matches, she done seen your box. You know, she see all the trophies. You got like 1,000 trophies in here, so she ain't crazy. She know. All right. So just contain yourself, and if you're really having some real problems, you know, call me and I'll come get you, and we can talk through it. That way you can, you know, have somebody to vent to instead of just having the stuff pent up in you or whatever. But yeah, guys, that's my story time. I was the worst father ever to my ex-wife, but to my son, I was the best father alive. Okay. Yeah, motherfucker. That's a goofy motherfucker. You see this gray truck? He's getting on up. Dude, you got a lane there. He was literally finna hit me. Okay, let me calm down. Woosah, woosah, woosah. Oh, go on, man. Just something that simple. Just getting on it. I'm slowing down. Trying to let him in. He's still finna run into the side of me. But anyway, guys, I digress. Y'all have a great Sunday. Hope y'all washing your hands. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Like I said, you guys out of work. As you can see, I'm rolling. This is this great state of Virginia. I'm going to be crossing over soon into, I think, Maryland, and then Pennsylvania, and then I'll be crossing over from there to New Jersey. So I'll make New Jersey today. I'm probably going to go park at the tank wash, because then to the customer is only about 30 minutes. So I don't have to deliver this load until 11 o'clock tomorrow. So they give me plenty of time to get up. So I'm going to go to the tank wash and chill there tonight, and just kick back. You may just walk around the yard, give me some exercise in. You know what I mean? You got to be exercising during this time. So, all right, guys, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. If you guys got any story times, put it in the comment section. Every Sunday we'll do story time, and then, guys, we can just kind of talk about it. You know what I mean? You know, we can get into child support, we can get into alimony, we can get into divorce, we can get into child custody, paternity, we can get into cheating spouses, we can get into lying spouses, we can get into whatever y'all want to get into, because ultimately these stories is real life stories of real people that other people can benefit from, so we don't all fall victim to stuff. Because when I was falling victim to this stuff, I didn't have anybody, you know, like Ferocious Mgtow. I ain't had nobody like Black Ram or Hammerhand or Sandman, or, you know what I mean? Mgtow is freedom. I ain't had these guys, you know what I mean? Like the Mgtow Monk, you know what I'm saying? Donovan Sharp, you know what I mean? I ain't had these guys. So now we got a real brain trust of men from around the planet. So let's start sharing these stories so other people can benefit from it. Okay? That's what we should be doing, making ourselves the best version of men that we can possibly be. Okay, so we can try to turn the tide of this mess. But okay, guys, I've been on here a little bit too long. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this, and you guys be good. Hopefully you're entertaining yourselves. Hope you're staying in shape. Hope you're staying healthy. And I'll come back to you all tomorrow. All right, love you, peace, and hair grease.